We Senthil Balaji and K. Ponmudy, two DMK leaders who made news for all the wrong reasons. Two DMK leaders who had to face the judiciary's fury. And two leaders who find themselves out of favor in the party for the time being. The political outrage over these two leaders was mounting in recent weeks, so was public anger. The heat was on Chief Minister M.K. Stalin to act against the two leaders. With elections in Tamil Nadu about a year away, Stalin had little choice. Senthil Balaji and Ponmudy had to resign as cabinet ministers. In this video, let's look at what exactly led to the resignation and what does this shake-up mean for the ruling DMK. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. The Tamil Nadu government led by Chief Minister M.K. Stalin went for a cabinet reshuffle yesterday. This was the sixth such reshuffle under CM Stalin since 2021. It was necessitated after V. Senthil Balaji and K. Ponmudy resigned on Sunday. Balaji was the Electricity, Prohibition and Excise Minister, and Ponmudy was the Forest Minister of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu's infamous governor R.N. Ravi has accepted the resignations on the advice of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. In the reshuffle, Transport Minister S.S. Sivasankar has been given the electricity portfolio, while Housing Minister S. Muthuswamy will handle the excise and prohibition portfolio. R.S. Raj Kanappan has been given Ponmudy's forest portfolio in addition to his existing milk and dairy development ministry. One MLA has been added in the Stalin cabinet too. Padmanapuram MLA T. Manothangaraj. He was dropped in an earlier rejig of the cabinet and he's been now added back in the cabinet. AIADMK said Ponmudy's resignation was a victory for its various protests against him over the recent days. The party added that Balaji's exit was a justice ensured through the courts. Now, like I said, speculations were going on for weeks now, but there was very little that both Balaji and Ponmudy could do beyond a point to save their position, save their ministry. Let's start with Senthil Balaji. A former AIADMK leader, Balaji joined the DMK in 2018. In 2021, he became an MLA from the Karur constituency and was made a minister by Chief Minister Stalin. Cut to 2023, where we saw high drama play out. There was a raid on Balaji by the Enforcement Directorate. After hours of questioning, he was arrested. Stalin staunchly defended his minister, saying Balaji was politically targeted by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The probe agency was investigating a cash for job scam. This scam allegedly took place when Balaji was the transport minister between 2011 and 2015 in the AIADMK government under Jayalalitha. The charges against Balaji are that of money laundering. Despite being jailed for these charges, Balaji held on to his minister rank, something like Arvind Kejriwal did last year when he was put behind bars and yet continued to hold the chief minister's post even when he was in jail. In Balaji's case, his portfolio of electricity, prohibition and excise was taken away once he was jailed. But he continued to be a minister, but he was a minister with no portfolio. This affair continued for about 6 months until January 2024. That is when the Madras High Court questioned Balaji. It questioned the basis for Balaji to hold the minister rank despite being in jail for more than 300 days at the time. In February 2024, he resigned from this minister of no portfolio, so to say. In September 2024, the Supreme Court granted Senthil Balaji bail. A bench of Justices Abhay Oka and Augustine George Massey said Balaji's 15-month incarceration without trial was unreasonable. So, Senthil Balaji was back from jail and straight into Stalin's cabinet. Within days of stepping out, he took oath as the Minister of Electricity, Prohibition and Excise once again. Stalin welcomed his minister back. Last week, Balaji's case was heard in the Supreme Court. Now, once the court was told that Balaji has been made minister once again, the Supreme Court was furious. Justice Oka reminded that Balaji was given bail only on the basis of his right to liberty and the delay in trial and the long incarceration. And the bail wasn't given on the merits of the case. That is something that the Supreme Court underlined. In fact, the court said, past conduct shows you as in Senthil Balaji have interfered with the predicate offences and now you are appointed minister within 2 days of getting bail. Now you have gone back to your former position of power. You were granted bail not on merits, but only on the basis of Article 21. What signal are you sending if days after we give you bail you become a minister? You are playing with the process of law. You have made a mockery of the law. The bench even termed Balaji's conduct as dishonest. So the Supreme Court then gave Senthil Balaji a choice: resign as minister or go back to jail. In other words, pick either his powerful post or his freedom. Balaji chose the latter. Within days of this development in the Supreme Court, Senthil Balaji decided to resign as minister. Today, the Supreme Court disposed of applications seeking to cancel Senthil Balaji's bail. Justice Oka told Solicitor General Tushar Mehta that a fresh application could be filed if Balaji is made a minister again. So that was Balaji's story. Next up is K. Ponmudy. A senior DMK leader, Ponmudy's controversial remarks earlier this month landed him in trouble. Speaking at a public event, Ponmudy narrated a joke equating Hindu religious identities with sexual positions. A video of this supposed joke went viral on social media. Public and political outrage followed. DMK leaders like MP Kanimozhi condemned Ponmudy's remarks. Now, Ponmudy has a knack for making controversial statements. At one point, he had even linked North Indians with those who sell pani puri on the streets. Post his recent controversy, the DMK leader apologized for his remarks, but it was too late. DMK sacked Ponmudy as Deputy General Secretary of the party. Rajya Sabha MP Turuchi Siva was appointed in his place. A PIL seeking action against Ponmudy was also filed in the court. Justice Venkatesh directed the Tamil Nadu government, that is Justice Venkatesh of the Madras High Court, directed the Tamil Nadu government to file an FIR against the leader by the 23rd of April. But that wasn't done. So the court took up suo motu cognizance and proceeded to initiate a case against the leader on its own. The Madras High Court said, these comments on the face of it are completely derogatory of women and deliberately spews venom on the two main sects of Hinduism, Vaishnavism and Shaivism. Apart from being obscene, the speech also wounds the religious feelings of the Vaishnavites and Shaivites. Now, these two resignations do come as some sort of a setback for Stalin as he gears up to present his government's report card to the people of Tamil Nadu and seek another term as Chief Minister. As per the information available right now, an alternate plan awaits one of the two leaders. Reports say DMK High Command may appoint Senthi Balaji as in charge for Western Tamil Nadu, keeping an eye on the assembly elections next year. This belt, Western Tamil Nadu, is the belt that includes areas like Coimbatore, Karur and Erode. It's the region where AIADMK and BJP traditionally have a strong base, and the DMK has faced stiff competition in this region. Balaji's proven track record as a strategist and someone who comes from the dominant Gounder caste is something DMK wants to tap in 2026. In fact, in the 2022 Coimbatore local body election, DMK won 96 out of 100 wards thanks to Balaji. According to a report by the Federal, despite being in jail, Balaji advised the DMK High Command to fight the Coimbatore seat. And eventually, the party beat former BJP state chief K. Annamalai in Coimbatore by over 1 lakh votes. Chief Minister Stalin, meanwhile, would aim to continue to balance and tackle all controversies seamlessly as he preps for elections without two of his key ministers in government at the moment. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.